Good evening. This is Gab with Gab, and we're back again, you guys. We got some things we got to talk about today. My co-host Rich is here,
Yes.
and we're ready to rock. First of all, we're gonna get right into it.
Yes.
Kwame Brown.
Yes.
What is going on with that, Rich? What is going on with him?
Hey, man, you know, you can only poke somebody so long. You can only, push around someone for so long. And a man is going to stand at some point, and he's going to say, okay, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they reached that point, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're
He
right.
reached that point. He said, okay, enough is enough. You've been calling me a bust. And, I mean, he was really upset with Stephen A. Smith. He said, you've been calling me a bust since I was 18, 19. And, what do you think? I just have to accept that?
Yeah. I mean, and I didn't really know that they was doing him like that because a lot of people didn't really know Kwame Brown.
Right.
But but he got drafted by the Wizards in 2000 what?
I think 2001.
That time Jordan was owning the team.
Yeah.
Okay, so he drafted Kwame Brown. And a lot of people don't understand, Jordan was real hard on this guy. This guy was 17 years old, man.
Right,
So
right.
I think that kind of hurt his self-esteem with Jordan. So he didn't make it with the Wizards. I mean, he did okay, but he didn't make it with the Wizards, so he wound up going to the Lakers, I think.
Yep.
And he stayed in the league a total of 10 years.
Yeah.
And to say he was a bust, man, I'm not going to say that because the man was dominating the high school don't necessarily mean that carries over to the pro.
Right.
A lot of people, might be good in college but not good in the pros.
Yeah.
But then to talk about it and bash the man at 20 years,
Yeah.
he haven't said anything. He didn't do it to nobody, so he finally lashed out.
Yeah. Because you think about it, man. You're hearing these things, man. So, like you said, he was only 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan didn't embrace him.
Nope.
Jordan didn't even want him, they said.
Exactly.
So, here he is. You playing on a team with the greatest player of all time, and he don't even want you around.
Yeah.
That's got to do something to you, man.
You're right.
So, he goes off to the next team or whatever, the next team. But like you said, he played 10 years. But here's the thing. 13 years. So, as a bust, how do you play 13 years?
No, you don't.
He wasn't what everybody, like you said, everybody thought he was going to be
Right.
the next big thing or whatever. But he wasn't. And, the reality is he made it.
Yep.
He played that long, so he's got to be decent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He made millions of dollars.
Right. He made a lot of money. And, like I said, once again, he might not have been as dominant as people thought he was for being 7 feet tall because I heard Stephen A. Smith say something like that.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is that man did what he needed to do.
Right.
Now, for us as commentators, as black commentators, cutting down other black athletes or whatever the case may be, that's not right.
No.
That's not right. And everybody that has jumped on the Kwame Brown train has said he got valid points on what he said and how he was doing things, and to lash out,
right,
because it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Starting with, what happened on that podcast. Matt Barnes, Stephen Smith, not Stephen Smith, but Stephen Jackson, all the smoke. You're right, and Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas was on that team too.
Right.
And you know me, I'm a Wizards fan.
That's right.
And you ask me, Gilbert Arenas wasn't crap anyway.
Right.
We got another somebody coming up here.
Gilbert Arenas is the one who really got this thing going, they said, right?
Yeah.
Like he's the one who started mentioning his name again.
Right.
And it's like, just imagine being home, man. You're trying to raise your family. He got a 16-year-old son, and I think he's got a daughter. And he's trying to, raise these kids. And, they're on the internet and they're hearing, oh, your father's a bust, your father's a bum, and all this.
Yeah, come on, man.
And then he's not saying anything. So he had to kind of step up and say, look,
right.
enough is enough.
Enough is
You're
enough.
affecting my family.
Yeah.
You're disrespecting me.
You're right.
And there's no need to. I haven't played. I haven't even been around. Why are you still bringing me up?
20 years.
Why are you bringing me up?
Yeah. That must have been on their mind. Bro.
Yeah.
Or maybe, what do you think as far as that all smoke podcast? What's the name again? I'm sorry.
All the smoke.
All the smoke podcast. They wanted some contrast or wanted to talk about something. What made them get on him?
I really don't know.
What was the whole big deal that he just brought up Kwame Brown?
See, a lot of times, man, we have platforms and then we don't use them to edify. We use them to take down. So, like the thing with Stephen Jackson is, he was friends with George Floyd.
Right.
You know that. And so that kind of has elevated him in the community. And you know, and Matt, his status, and Matt Barnes, you know, they played for many years, but they weren't no great all stars.
Nah, they wasn't good.
You know, to call this man a bum.
Yeah,
you know? And you know, it's just like you can't call another man a bum because he doesn't live up to your expectations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you know, he let him know, man, he ain't playing, man.
Nope.
He going after everybody.
And that was good.
Everybody that goes after him. You know,
he coming back.
He coming back, and you know, it's good because I started watching some back tape of him with Jalen Rose was on the interview, and Jalen Rose said, you know, why you calling him a bum and why you calling him a scrub? He's not a scrub.
He's not.
He's in the league. He's not as good as Shaq.
Right.
But he ain't a scrub.
Right. Who you comparing him to?
Right.
You know, he doing what he can do for his athletic ability.
Right.
You know. And they shouldn't be saying nothing about him, man. And it was shocking to me.
Yeah, it was. Man.
And we gonna get on the Breakfast Club too.
Yes.
And I'm gonna use my platform to let people know that was wrong with Charlamagne the God.
Yeah.
That was dead wrong for
Yeah.
him. And then not only that, Charlamagne the God is almost like a homeboy. They from South Carolina together.
Yeah.
And to say something about that man's family like that, and I heard it.
Yeah.
He said all he had to do is say, leave Kwame Brown alone.
Right.
He didn't have to get into his family and, going to jail and what they did. That was dead wrong. But he put his foot in his mouth, like he always do.
He always does.
And I don't know, to me, I'm not a big fan of Charlamagne the God.
Me either.
First of all, his name is self-righteous. You can't live up to that name.
Right.
Who he think he is.
Right.
And just because he on his platform, on his Breakfast Club, a lot of his views that I'm not down with.
No.
And I'm not hating him or nothing like that, but I just think he says a lot of things and is not necessarily right or good for the community and other things as well. So, but just because he has that platform don't mean he's right. And a lot of times, I'm like, I don't agree with that guy. Him, he got on DJ Envy, because all of them were riding his back. I broke Kwame Brown.
Right.
He got on Angela Yee. He says a few hard things over her.
Yeah.
And all of them people that didn't stand up for Kwame deserve it.
Yeah, they do.
Deserve it, man.
And man, it's interesting because a lot of times what will happen is someone will say something about you, and then you'll respond, and then usually it dies down. But this has been, I think this has touched people in a different way, man.
Yes.
Because people are taking sides, and they're like, yeah, we are sick of hearing you, like Charlamagne. We are sick of hearing you doing this.
Yeah.
We're glad this guy stepped up. We're glad you had to apologize.
Exactly.
And then stuff's coming out about him, back out about him.
Yeah, it's something I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's some terrible stuff.
And once again, for him to be, you live in a glass house. Don't throw no stones.
That's right.
Everybody got some skeletons in their closet.
That's right.
So don't be talking about nobody because now his skeleton's out there. And me personally, I didn't know that about Charlamagne.
I mean, I had heard of it before. And he pled no contest, but that's a lot to have on you to be out here slandering people.
Slandering other people, yeah. You need to be flying on the radar, because like once again, nobody's above the law and nobody's perfect, man.
That's right.
This man, 20 years he sat back and dealt with the criticism.
Yeah.
And once again, Stephen A. Smith, he's another one, brother, that I really started looking at and saying, I don't like the way he talks, the way he does things too. He's almost kind of like a buffoon or a clown.
Yeah.
Because he just be talking loud sometimes and saying nothing.
Exactly.
So that's his thing.
Right.
That's what he does.
Right.
Is that him, bro?
Right.
Because it ain't funny to me no more.
No, man. Not
And
at all.
he gonna have to be accountable for what he do, man. Because he ain't doing up a turn brothers down and turn the black athletes down and stuff like that. And that's one thing that we trying to stop.
Yep.
So on this platform, my platform, I'm here to say we need to stop tearing brothers down and uplift us.
That's right.
We don't need people on these big social media platforms that be talking about us. And we need to. If we can't say nothing nice, like your mother used to say, don't say nothing nice. Don't say nothing at all.
That's right. Yeah.
And we all need to each one teach one. And if
That's
they don't
right.
want to do it, I'm gonna start on this podcast right here.
That's
We're gonna make sure that anybody we talk about, whether brother, sister, or whoever, we gonna uplift them.
Right. And you're not saying don't say if they're wrong. Wrong is wrong.
Right.
But when you're doing stuff for people, doing stuff to people that, just because, it's for likes or for whatever to build your content,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
It is.
That's
It
totally
is.
wrong. And, And no, maybe he's not responding the way you want him to respond.
Right. He's not.
And he's harsh, you know. And
Yes.
some of the stuff he said is harsh.
Yes,
and
he
some
is.
of the stuff, you know, it might be offensive to people, but
Yeah.
you know, he's fighting back. And you got to respect the man that's going to fight back and stand for something.
Exactly. You're right. Because I always say, if you don't stand with something, you'll fall for anything.
Yes.
And he has a family. He has kids.
Yeah.
And he got to let his kids know that he being a father, he's standing up for his name.
Yes.
You know, and then to say something about his family like that's terrible. That's terrible.
It really is.
Oh, you know, but see, you know, a lot of people probably didn't know that about his family.
Right.
So you talking about somebody, and you can get hurt.
Right.
You can get hurt.
Yeah.
You
Because
know.
I definitely didn't know those things about him, you know.
Mm-mm.
What I heard is he, you know, the way I looked at him was someone that, you know, they thought he was going to be great.
Right.
He wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of that's the way I looked at it, you know.
Yeah.
But to stop classifying people as busts because you thought they were going to be a certain way, you could do that in every area of life, every job. Oh,
Yeah.
we thought this guy was going to really work out for us.
But it turned out, yeah.
You know?
So
now you're going to call him a bust?
yeah, or don't drag him in the mud.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, well, that happened, leave him alone.
Right, you know?
And now, what happened with that? They done made this guy a YouTube celebrity.
Yeah.
You know?
He got, I think they said he went from like 10,000 followers in 10 days to 100 and something followers
Yeah.
on, 100,000 followers on Instagram. And
Yeah.
from 10,000 followers on YouTube to 250,000.
So thank you guys for helping
Yeah.
him out.
Yeah,
and
he
he didn't ask for it.
Because people, I think, are fed up, man.
Yeah.
I think people
Yeah.
are tired of seeing that, especially, you know, that's
And
black
with
on
us,
black.
in our community,
Yeah.
and once again, black on black, we need to stop that. We need to really stop it because everybody got podcasts now.
Yep.
And but you know, just because you have a podcast don't mean you're doing the right thing. You
Right.
know, I
It's
hate
true.
to be judgmental, but I'm gonna put it out there like that. If you have some type of positive platform, do things positive, say things positive. Don't say no BS because we can hear that, you know, every day of the week on TV.
Right.
That's all they talking
Right.
about. You know.
And we have to, like you said, man, I think what you said was really important, that we have to uplift, man. And
Mhm.
that's the purpose, man, to uplift. Why, at this point in life, man, we're dealing with so many other things. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we're still dealing with fallout from the last administration. And people,
Exactly.
And people hating each other, and people hating, and you know,
Mhm.
still wanting to make America great again. And then we're trying to, you know,
Make each other, we tear each other down.
Yeah.
We trying to evolve from that. We trying to move forward.
We're in a new era. And
Yeah.
I think, you know, this young brother is leading us into a new era too, in the way we deal with one another.
Right,
Because-
and that's good.
Because he ain't playing.
No,
man.
no, and I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'm in this corner because it just wasn't right, man. It wasn't right. You know, you don't do that guy like that. You know, if you don't have nothing good, like I told you, if you don't have nothing good to say, nobody don't say it at all.
That's right.
You know.
Just think about it, man. Think about your daughters. You know, they're online and they hear, oh man, your father's this, your father's that, your father's a bus, your father's this, and then, you know, how's that make them feel?
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. They
Right.
like, what's going on? Why are you saying that about my dad?
Right.
You know.
You know, and then you just saying, oh well, you know, don't want. Nah.
Mhm.
This is wrong.
Mhm.
They're wrong,
You're dead wrong.
and this is what they got.
Yep. Right.
You know, and
Talking about people.
right.
The same thing come back on you. And nobody's perfect around here.
Right.
And everybody got skeletons.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, but I'm glad that Kwame was able to keep his composure,
Yeah.
you know, and say what he wanted to say and got back at every last one of them.
Yep.
So I appreciate you, Kwame, and I'm in
Yep.
your corner, homie.
Yep. We're with you, brother. We're with
I'm
you.
in your corner, man. You know, and all these other cats around here, they don't think or whatever they saying. But you know what? A lot. It's been silent. It's been
Yeah.
silent here because we're gonna go forward. Charlemagne did apologize.
Yeah.
But Kwame didn't accept it.
No.
He didn't accept it, man, because he know it wasn't in good faith.
Right.
He just said it just, you know, the coverage behind.
Right.
You know, and then he said this and said that, but still, man, you should never say, you shouldn't have to apologize.
Right.
You know, you should know better and kept your mouth quiet about that guy.
Yeah. I mean, that was really.
Even Charlemagne said, even when he went home to South Carolina, people at home cussing him out
Right.
because he was wrong.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And they. And you know, he did what he had to do, and I think it might have been a business decision, but whatever.
You think?
Whatever the reason he did, he apologized. But again, like you said, you know, homeboy didn't accept it.
No,
He said, you know,
no,
go on, man,
too late.
yeah, you know, already slandered me.
Yeah, too late. You know, and then and people, it ain't funny no more now.
No.
And everybody looking at things like, wow, maybe that was wrong. Yes, it was wrong.
Yeah,
it was. Even he got on Skip Bayless, and he got on Shannon Sharp too.
Yeah.
And I don't think Shannon Sharp said anything derogatory about him.
Right.
I don't know what.
Well, Skip had said called him scrub. Remember when Skip had his old show with Stephen A. Smith?
Oh, okay, right. See,
Yeah.
and see them. And them two together. See, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
And Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
You know, and when they, like you said, when they had their own show, and Stephen A. Smith should be ashamed of himself.
He should.
You know, stop that, bro.
Yeah.
Stop that.
He should.
You got your job. You winning.
Right.
Don't tear people down
Right.
just to get to the top, because you gonna come down. The same folk you stepped on when you're on your way down. You gonna see them.
You got to
You gonna see them. You know, so
Yes,
they can say what they want to say and laugh and joke, but like I said, karma is something else, bro.
It is, man. It's
know.
real.
And I wasn't really a big Skip Bayless fan anyway.
Right.
Because if you ask me, anybody that's a commentator, they should either have played football or some type of sports.
Right.
You know, other than going to school and talking about it. 'Cause what you know about actually
Right.
being a guy that plays sports.
Right.
You know, being an athlete, you don't know crap.
Be having to go up against Shaq.
Right.
You know?
Right. So you shouldn't be saying nothing about the
You
guy.
call me a scrub.
Yeah. Yeah. And you ain't step foot on the court.
Right.
I ain't got no handles.
Right.
You know.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
So for that man to go off on whoever he's going off on, you guys need to take it and accept it.
That's it.
Because he is right.
Yep.
And then, because if you don't stand up for yourself, people gonna call you a chump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it's just crazy, man. I'm glad that we was able to do this podcast about this particular thing here, because it was concerning to me.
Yeah.
And I had to get it out there, because I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to take that. You know, I'm going to let people know right is wrong is wrong.
Right.
I'm not doing things for likes or for views and stuff like that. If you like me, you like me. You don't, keep it moving.
Right.
You know, but right now I'm up and coming, so I'm trying to get my podcast and get my platform out there.
Yes.
And this is all to the good.
That's right.
You know, this is the
uplift.
Gab with Gab podcast. I'm to the good.
That's right.
You know, so anything else you got, brother?
Oh man, I'm just glad we got a chance to, even support the brother and just give our opinion,
Yeah. Once again, well, we're gonna do it again, man. We're gonna have some more stuff coming up probably next week.
Yes.
But once again, this is Gab with Gab. Good night.
Good night.